Hi everyone, this is my run on Divine Brothers Lufenia on DFFOO global version of the game, and this run will be a no boss turn run featuring the return of Quistis. I did actually pull for Cloud of Darkness LD, but I wanted to give Quistis a try, and I guess this is also a good video for those who skipped or did not manage to get Cloud of Darkness LD in the banner today. Now the goal at the start is to bring both Minotaurs to 69% as quickly as possible, which will trigger them to unite into one combined boss rather than two separate bosses, making the fight much more manageable. At the start, the big Minotaur will have a Brave Gain Resistance aura, and you need to use Quistis the Generator Whip on the big Minotaur to remove this aura. After that, I immediately go BT mode with Bartz, and this is to achieve two things. One is to get his BT aura up as quickly as possible because I will be bringing in the Cloud of Darkness friend support soon. But the other reason is also to buy some additional turns so that I'll be able to break the bosses and prevent the small Minotaur from getting a turn. On Quistis' second turn, I swap her out for Cloud of Darkness, and I start off first by using Cloud of Darkness LD before her BT attack, because her LD causes a break delay, which pushes both bosses' turn back by 1, and this buys me some additional turns. Otherwise, I will be hit by the small Minotaur's recast attack. After this, I activate her BT attack, which will trigger follow-up attacks after every turn that I take. So right here, boss A is about to get its turn, and what I do is just spam multiple turns with Tifa, using her full throttle HP attack, and then spamming Battle Cry after that to prevent bosses from getting a turn. Now when one boss reaches 79%, both bosses will gain Brave Battery, as you can see here, but they also help you out by self-delaying themselves, so you get some additional breathing room. Unfortunately, at this point, the big Minotaur will regain the Brave Gain Resistance aura, so you need to let Cloud of Darkness get a turn so that she can use her S2 on the big Minotaur to remove that aura. You also do not have to worry too much about the enemy's turn getting closer at this point, because when both bosses hit 69%, they will unite, and this will actually reset the turn order, so there's not much point to delay them anyway. The goal here is to just burst both of the bosses down to 69% before they get their next turn. Alright, so I've hit 69% on both bosses. They've united, which makes the fight much more manageable. Unfortunately, at this point, the Lufenia orb appears, and you need to maintain the orb by delaying the boss. You can do that by using Tifa's EX, which will increase the orb count by 2, or if you can delay the boss by 3 turns using either Cloud of Darkness S2 or Quistis' Degenerator Whip, the orb count will increase by 15 count because they're delayed by 3 turns. At this point, the fight gets much easier because you only need to worry about delaying one boss rather than 2. At the start here, I apply all the relevant call debuffs, notably Kurasame's call and Jack's call, to increase HP and brave damage done to the boss. The orb count will get pretty low because it started at a count of 8, but all you need to do is ensure that the Cloud of Darkness gets a turn, and she'll be able to increase the orb count to 15 again with her S2. Okay, Cloud of Darkness is about to leave the field because her friend count is at 0. So here I'm just trying to squeeze in as much follow-up attacks as possible before Cloud of Darkness gets a turn. So I'm sort of like spamming a couple of extra battle cries. I did not use all my battle cry charges here because I need to save some for the later parts of the fight to refresh Tifa's buff. But I did use a few here to try and get in some additional damage from Cloud of Darkness's BT attack. Alright, Quistis is back in the field, and at this point the fight becomes very easy. Quistis' role is simply to delay the boss with a Degenerator Whip, which will also maintain the orb count very comfortably. And by delaying the boss 3 turns with a Degenerator Whip, the boss will never be able to get a single turn in. She still does some decent damage because Bart's PT Aura is still in play, but even if she does very little damage, it doesn't matter because Tifa is where your damage is coming from, and this part of the fight being single target is really where Tifa shines the most. Also, the good thing about Bart's BT Aura is that it refunds Brave after every HP attack, and this allows your party to remain at relatively high Brave levels throughout, and results in Tifa doing very nice damage when she does her EX. So in this fight in particular, Tifa's EX, in addition to helping delay the boss and increasing the orb count by 2, still does respectable damage due to the juicy launch that it creates. Her Beat Rush Plus also deals a lot of damage because the boss has been debuffed with Kurasame and Jack's Call. So I'm looking at between 7 to 800,000 HP damage per Beat Rush. So right here, the Minotaur is about to get a turn, and I could have actually delayed until it regains Brave by spamming Tifa's battle cry, but I felt that this is really as good a time as any to use a summon, so that I can continue my barrage and save her battle cry for the last parts of the fight. I guess as a final closing note, that if you did pull for Cloud of Darkness, LD and or BT, you can use of course Cloud of Darkness in place of Quistis, which would still be able to maintain the Lufenia orb and delay the boss, but of course Cloud of Darkness represents significantly higher DPS than Quistis, and if you have a BT, it will also allow you to deal considerably higher often damage as well, which will result in this fight ending much faster than this run in particular with Quistis. Hope this video has been helpful. If you enjoyed the content, do leave a like, comment or subscribe. It really helps a lot. Till then, I'll see you guys in the next Lufenia fight. Bye bye.